Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to the Naughties. So, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I've had some interesting insight into the red and the black, because first of all, it was based on the 1830s novel Rouge et le Noir, and for those intents and purposes, it's a story about a man who tries to rise up the social ladder through hard work, and he is ultimately betrayed by his passions, presumably gambling, for instance. Hence, red and the colours of both suits red and black. Now, the only other things I kind of needed to point out, first of all, is that who wrote it, by the way? I remembered knowing about it, but I'm sure we'll come to it by the time we're done. Also, for some strange reason, I heard that, was it true that apparently Bruce Dickinson had a lot of issues actually with this song? I think it came down to the fact that it was something about, I'm not fucking singing that. Didn't realise Bruce Dickinson came from Middlesbrough all of a sudden. But basically, this is far from the first time we've heard this out of Bruce, to be honest, so I'm not entirely sure why I'm shocked. Because wasn't it true that... Was it Quest for Fire that Bruce had like a lot of issues with because he said he didn't want to sing a song about dinosaurs? Which, to be fair, dinosaurs is probably the only thing Iron Maiden... Because, and I've mentioned this before... Iron Maiden really do love their songs about history. That's for sure. They also it's why I've always sort of gifted Iron Maiden the title as the poet laureates of metal. And I'm going to find out just what was so difficult about this song that Bruce Dickinson had trouble with. Is it because of the length? Is it because it's a particularly wordy song? Well, we'll find out very, very soon. So... watch us wreck the mic. Watch us wreck the mic. Watch us wreck the mic. Psych. Here we go. This. That's your luck. It's
Say
Jesus decided to play. Taylor and these decided to play.
Right, sure.
It's actually... Oh, I get it. So he ends up exactly where he begins. He's just playing a guitar just in the middle of the street, just for hoping for somebody to throw some money his way, so he might start all over again.
Yeah.
That, ladies and gentlemen, right there is probably my pick for, like, highlight of this album thus far, because this was fantastic. Not to mention when you consider that half the song was Bruce Dickinson reciting a tale, and half of it was borderline watching this guy go through extreme highs and then almost lose it all just as soon as he got his riches and his fame, and how he thinks he's doing fine playing with his little deck of cards, but there was no hand to break his fall, and the only thing that gave him was literally maybe possibly the chance to start again. But what a display this was, because guess what? It also feels like a fantastic compendium of a lot of Iron Maiden's best material all throughout the years. And I know trying to compare it to like other songs from Iron Maiden seems a bit cliche and a bit of an unfair thing to do, but I got vibes from of the Fallen Angel, of Nomad, of Rime of the Ancient Mariner, and bizarrely enough, here's like the biggest kicker of them all, is that, and here comes some sacrilege, it's like they took Angel and the Gambler, but fully fleshed out into its into what it should have always been. Because as some of you guys already know, I've rated Angel and the Gambler as the worst Iron Maiden song that they've ever done. And unless I find something, and I really will have to stretch it, if I find something that's genuinely worse than Angel and the Gambler, I will let you know. Because, listen, whether it was intended to be 4 minutes long or 8 minutes, that song is way too boring, and it doesn't play to its strengths whatsoever. And that's what the worst type of Iron Maiden songs are, the ones that, not the ones where not the ones where you're asking for more, but it's where you're asking for a lot more. Because I can understand things like untapped potential, but they didn't even do that for some of the things on Future 11. I'm not even joking about that. Anyone who's listened to that album like I have will know immediately that that song that album has some very big issues, but that's besides the point. Red and the Black, however, reciting the tale of who wrote the Red and the Black. Let's find out for the time. Let's find out for now, just so we can end this off proper. Also, a novel by Stentel. Yeah, it was published November 1830. So we're talking like pseudo after like the first French Revolution. So that must have been a pretty bold tale of the time to write about. Basically, just the ordinary Frenchman who decided, you know what, if I could rise the rankings, then like Napoleon or all those other fellas, then you know what, so will I. And there you are. That's maybe I want to know if I could I'll see if I can get a copy of it in one of these days, because usually Iron Maiden does like a really good job at like opening my mind to like books I should have read a very long time ago, and new ones I also should take a look at. And the Red and the Black sounds kind of like my sort of thing. And, well, that leaves me... I suppose maybe the complaint perhaps maybe Bruce might have had is that some of the things are... A lot of the beginning is quite wordy, and I'm not entirely sure if it rolls off his tongue the way he thought it would do to the music. But when all is said and done, it's an absolute winner. It is... Forget the house always wins. Maiden wins each time. A tortured mind is a safe place to go, but the truth lurks down in the dark below. Step inside my inquisitive mind. Are you scared of what you just might find? Ambition. That's what you're scared to find. And with all that being said and done, I hope all of you guys enjoyed The Red and the Black by Iron Maiden, and I cannot wait to see all of you guys again in the next video. So take care, and bye-bye for now.